So I forgot to start filming. I'm reloading lime from the factory, which is going on as we speak. There's a loading shovel. I can get out, but I shan't just yet. I'll let him chuck on the majority of it. So there we go. So yeah, I forgot I haven't actually filmed coming down into this part of the factory, have I? So I shall do that. I'll probably reload lime again at some point. So I shall do. I'll film coming back down. I also need to charge my camera batteries. I thought both of them had charge, and they don't. The GoPro's still got a little bit left of life left in it, but not a great deal. So when I get home tonight, I should make sure I charge them both up. And unfortunately, got a bit of a breeze coming towards me with any dust, so I'm going to get covered in muck when I get out. Such is life, eh? Well, almost the end of the day now. Just about the end of the farm track to unload the lime X70 that I've collected from the beet factory. This gets bloody slippery around here with a 6-wheeler pusher axle and sludge on the floor. See if this will actually turn. Nope. I'm on full lock. Blooming heck. It's really handy, isn't it? No. See, bloody auto boxes. Coming up the Orwell Bridge, as I'm approaching the start of the hill, I kick it down because I can see the hill and I know it's going to need to change down, so try and do it early. It changes down, changes back up immediately. Kick it down again, does the same thing. Do it a third time, finally got the message. Bloody rubbish, aren't they? Anyway. Go other side of this pile. Should be enough room, I think. Well, bonjour from the Reno. I'm at Lackford at the moment. It's Tuesday morning. Lackford is just sort of west of Bury St Edmunds. If you come off, it's basically the road that goes from Bury up towards Mildenhall. I don't know if it's still there. There used to be a mill up at Icklingen that I used to go to, well, 13, 14 years ago, but I've got a feeling that might have gone now. Anyway, I'm waiting a tip. The chap that's in front of me has just gone in and said it's really tight, but he's got a walking floor, so his truck's a lot bigger than what I'm in. So I haven't been here before, so I think I've got to be inducted. So I'm just sort of sitting here messing about with my phone and just getting a 15-minute before I sort of move up. And then, so once if I just spin this around, right, look at wonderful technology, look at that, smooth as you like. So I will pull up that sign in a minute. There's a little red light in the distance. As soon as that goes green, I can go in. But I think I'm going to need an induction, which is no hardship, really, is it? So it's now 20 to 8. It took a little while to get me diesel this morning and faff about, but there's no sugar beet about. It's all gone very quiet on that front for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's the weather's affected things. So whether some will crop up, excuse the pun, later today, or whether just going to be on something else for the day, or even the rest of the week, I don't know. That's the joys of transport, isn't it? So anyway, I'm going to turn this off for now, and I'll film a bit when I go out, I guess. Right, that's that tipped. Load of compost off, or something like that anyway. So now head back towards the ranch and see what's occurring next. So see why this is a one in, one out policy with this little track. So from what I can gather from the boards coming in here, this is a former landfill. I guess that's what's on the left. The sheet might just need tightening up. Hard to tell the mirror's shaking. It's pretty much like this all the way back to the main road. So for those that have watched previous stuff, I mentioned Bentwater's base and the whole Rendlesham Forest incident before. And I'm actually now going to load off of the base. So although I can't actually tell you much about its history and sort of what was where and so on and so forth, this is the actual base coming up. I think it's got a Cold War museum, but it's very rarely open. That'd be pretty cool to go and visit. I'll try and do that one day. Just got to find where I'm loading. I'm just loading some stuff to go back to the farm, I believe. The truck in front is, I think it's got an apple stuck under his throttle. Handily enough, there is a cafe on here. Used to come here with Bob now and again. Come and have a bit of lunch. well get loaded and swing and grab myself a takeaway coffee, I guess. See if I can suss out there is actually a rehearsal studio on here somewhere. But I'm not sure where. So I have to go up here to the end and turn left. Going around by the control tower, I believe. That's all well trucks at Ipswich storage area. Engine, I've gone bust. There's the control tower. So there it is. If they had air shows on here or not, but I've got a vague memory of coming here when it was open as an American air base, an open day or something. Oh, I don't know. Something in my head is ringing a bit of a bell. Space, isn't it? So this is Digestor, which is what I've just tipped. It's a natural organic byproduct from, they basically get maize and use it for power. So this is just a natural byproduct of that, which will be reused as fertiliser. So there we go, there's just a few little bits left coming out, but I'll probably just shut the trailer up and call that a day. Well, very good morning from Chez Renault. Well, we are Wednesday morning now. Just loaded sugar beet again today at Gosbeck, sort of near the Helmingham Hall, or near Helmingham, Ashbocking, that sort of Coddenham. Like the other week I was going for that little village Coddenham, sort of not far from there really. So I've done the first one, tipped it. It's now 7:45, now going back for another one. Bit of a shambles yesterday really. I think I'm going to put some outtakes from this week at the end of this video, just so you know, I do try and keep it different and varied, and so I'm always trying for different camera angles and stuff like that, but this week it just doesn't seem to have gotten right. I've got my GoPro, which I'm using now, and I've got my little cheapy imitation action cam, and that's got a time-lapse setting on it, and but it's also got slow motion, and what I thought was on time-lapse yesterday turned out to be slow motion, so I left it running, flattened its battery, and I thought I'd just done a nice time-lapse. It turned out I'd done nothing apart from one rather funny thing, I think, which I'll probably put in an outtake. I also put the GoPro on my mirror for a bit of filming, and it fell off, and it's actually like damaged the lens as such. It's not really down, it's chipped it, but it's it doesn't seem to affect the quality, thankfully. It's kind of, although it's on the lens, it's kind of out of the field of vision, I think, from what I can see. So I think I've got away with that. But there's also, just before this, you would have seen a bit of, you might have got a bit of mud in your eye. Well, that obviously covered everything. So I give it a clean, and the mount seems to have broken somehow. Possibly when it fell off the mirror, I don't know. That was after, I can't remember, but so basically, rather than film a time lapse, I filmed a slow motion, which was a waste of time. The mounting's broken, and I've damaged the lens on the camera. all in the name of doing these videos for a bit of a laugh. But never mind. I'm still determined to get a few different angles though this week if I can. I just need to suss out exactly how I can go about getting them done without breaking anything else. So we'll see. See how it goes. So yeah, yesterday no sugar beet whatsoever, just the Digestor. I initially filmed a time lapse back and forth of the route I was taking, which was nothing too exciting, but I just thought it would add to the video a little bit. So that's not in there. Then it's just A12. So really nothing too exciting. That's possibly the only way of making the A12 vaguely exciting, I guess. So I came into work on the motorbike this morning, so I start my IAM motorbike training this weekend, so I need to try and get sort of as much time in on the bike as I can. But it was lovely, and it's now chucking down with rain, so I hopefully by the end of the day the rain will have stopped. I've got my waterproofs, but it'd just be nice not to ride the rain, wouldn't it? But it was raining all Saturday morning when I was out doing my initial assessment ride, so it's not the end of the world. It's not cold, that's the main thing. And I had some heating grips fitted at the last service. I'm really grateful for that. So anyway, I'm going to turn this off and turn the camera around as and when I get near Sugar Beet. So I'll do a little bit more filming in a little bit. So if I don't drop the camera or run it over or something daft. Oh, what a shambles. Anyway, I shall waffle to you in a little bit. So, just coming up here to turn off towards Helmingham at Ashbocking. Someone very kindly has put out signs saying Sugar Beet of exactly how to get there, which is quite nice. As you might be able to see, just on the left. I guess the residents are quite used to being woken up early. Well, I hope so anyway, after a whole herd of us turning up this morning. Another mouse load. So fairly straightforward and quick. Get this one done. Start heading back regular and have a snooze. It's James White. Is it apple juice? I think James White do. Being sat on the M6, well, the M6 around Birmingham, maybe the M6 through the lakes is just as scenic as what rural Suffolk is, I guess. canals did seem to be starting to get rather bogged in this morning, so had a lot of wet weather around Suffolk last week or two. It's starting to play havoc. We've almost made an effort to sort of get over. Certainly looks a lot different in daylight. So there's a sugar beet harvester. That's that on the right there.